Hey, what is up everyone? This is RadioactiveRahsng, continuing this playthrough of Sonic Advance 2 for the Game Boy Advance. Last time we left off, we played as Tails, and we went through Ice Paradise Zone with him and talked a bit about him, and then we went on as Sonic to continue the story in Sky Canyon Zone and save our good friend Knuckles. So in this episode today, we're going to be continuing and playing as Knuckles and talking a bit about him. And yeah, one little thing right here before we actually do anything. Whenever you select Knuckles, it sounds like the announcer is saying Knuckle and not Knuckle, so I'm gonna let y'all get a quick listen. Knuckle. Yeah, so I know it might be just the Game Boy's bad sound quality is why it's like that, but it sounds like he's saying Knuckle. Like I've always noticed that since I was a kid. I don't know, but yeah, before we begin, I would like to ask y'all to hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this video 230 likes, and if we can do that, I will put out the next part even sooner. So like I said, we did Ice Paradise Zone and Sky Canyon Zone in the last episode, and today we're going to be doing Techno Base Zone, one of my favorite zones in this game, and then we're going to be going to Utopia with Sonic in this episode. So yeah, let's get this going. Techno Base. I'm ready. This music, man. Anyway, we're gonna be playing as Knuckles. Knuckles is one of the slowest characters in this game. I think he's either the slowest or the second slowest after Tails. I don't remember the order, but Knuckles takes the longest of any character to actually get his top speed and get his breakthrough speed and whatnot. And I've never been one to knock Knuckles in this series. Like, honestly, I think he's the worst character in this game to play with. It's just me. But and I think in Sonic Advance, Amy was easily that character, and Knuckles was my favorite character in that game. So a lot has changed with Knuckles in Advance 2. Basically, he still has his glide, like in most games, he has his glide, and you can still climb up walls and whatnot. And he also has this right here. If you jump and press down and B, or just jump and down and press B. He has this one move from Adventure 2 where he just like goes down, and you can works the same way as Sonic with breaking boxes. Holy crap! There we go. Okay, so yeah, this stage right here has a bunch of pits everywhere. This stage probably has the most pits in the entire game. Like no matter everywhere you look, if you screw up, mess up or something, this stage is most likely gonna land in a pit. So you have to be really careful. Like, as much as people complain about Sky Canyon Zone with pits, I think this stage has a lot more pits. So you just have to be careful with this zone. It's not too hard. You just have to really not screw up your jumps and all that good stuff. You have to be on your toes with your platforming. And yeah. So like, I think that was a pit right there if we hadn't done our attack. So yeah, like I said, Knuckles can climb, he can glide and all that stuff. And he also has his 1-2 punch thing. Now in the original game he had like an uppercut. Now I don't know why they took that out. Like now his uppercut is this. Oh, okay. I didn't want to do that, but there we go. But now he only has like a 2-punch combo thing, like a 2-piece basically. But yeah, Knuckles, like I said, it's not a bad thing to be, like, even though I say he's the worst character I think to play with in this game, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I like every character for different reasons. I just think Knuckles is probably one of the hardest characters to play with, like if you're a beginner. Like if you're just a fan of Knuckles and you're trying to play this game, you're probably gonna get your butt handed to you a few times, because like for the bosses, Knuckles is just that guy who's like, I think, the worst. So as you can see, like these little what are these hexes down here, that pretty much signifies death. If you see these anywhere, don't jump down there. Just don't do it. I'm warning you right now. So yeah, that's just a little thing right there to bring up. So here we go. We're moving pretty fast with Knuckles, something that's pretty hard to do in this game with Knuckles, because like I said, he takes the longest of any character to speed up and get his top speed. I'm not sure if it's either him or Tails. I don't remember the order, but I think it's I don't know, he's picking up pretty fast. It might be Tails. But there we go. That is Act 1 right here. Let's see if we can get a quick bit of points. There we go. Oh yeah. Yeah. Ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah. Alright, so here we're going into Act 2, the music here, man. I'm gonna let y'all get a quick listen.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, so that's the music, right? Oh my god, this music. And Act 2 is ridiculously good. It's so mysterious just listening to it. I get like so many mysterious vibes every time I come to this stage, just for Act 2's music. Like when I was younger, I was like, holy crap, this music, man. Like I would just go on sound test and play this over and over. Like it was just crazy how much I loved this music back then. And yeah, I haven't even talked about the background. Like the background is kind of cool how it goes with the thing here. Cause like look at this. Like I like when it blinks red and then it gets like this purple effect and all this good stuff. Like the background here is really unique in the series. Like Cybertrack and Advance 3 tried to do something like that too, but I feel like it doesn't do as well with it. And let's not die, please. Crap. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. Oh well. Looks like we've died with every character so far in this OP. It happens, I guess. This game is notoriously hard in the series. Everybody knows that. And in this OP, I was expecting to take a few deaths, so it is what it is. So yeah, I love this music. Just like as much as I like that first mysterious part, I just like how it goes to this part and it's just like this quiet feel to it. It's like a quiet storm almost to it. Like if that makes sense. Like you hear the techno beat and then there's like nothing behind it. It just feels like a quiet storm as you go through this stage. And it, like, honestly, it amounts to the next zone is one of the final stages. So like this is one of those climax building stages I feel like does a really good job with setting the feel for the stage. You gotta be careful right there. But I feel like the stage really sets the tone for this game pretty well, because that's when you know this game's getting serious and you're getting further into it. But at the same time, like, Techno Base, like, why is this one of the last stages in the game? You would think this stage right here would be, like, in the middle somewhere. Like, I don't know, it might be just me, but, like, the order of this game could be different. Like, I feel like it could be a different set of, stages. Like, maybe High Priority could be towards the end of the game with harder difficulty and stuff. And like I said, you see these little hexes down there? That's what I was talking about. Don't go down there if you ever see these. Like, no matter what, that's always going to lead to death. And that, holy crap, okay. And this right here reminds me of, what is it? This little section right here reminds me of, Carnival Night Act 2. There's like this section like that. Obviously, that version's a lot bigger, but on here, it's like, this game has so many references to the classics and whatnot. So, like, I like these little references. And we're moving along, yeah. And, one thing right here I want to mention, I want to say this right here because I might forget. If you're going to be going for the special rings, do Act 2. I think Act 2, this is the only stage I would recommend doing the Act 2 for. Like, most of the Act 1s getting special rings on is usually more ideal. The stages are a lot easier, so you'll have an easier time doing that. But Act 2, I think, is easily the more ideal stage to get special rings on. Take it from me, because I've gotten all the chaos emeralds in this game a few times. So I would tell you do Act 2 for that. But here we go, boss attack. This is Eggman, I think is the name. So this boss right here is actually really difficult. One of the most difficult bosses for a lot of reasons. And playing with Knuckles is kind of a two-edged sword, if that makes sense. One being because Sonic has this he has this insta shield that pretty much you can dodge all these little yellow things, but at the same time you do have like a gliding effect. But I just prefer that. I prefer the insta shield. Oh god, what? Okay, my move, like me, that came out so late. Like I wanted to roll under that and it killed me, but okay. Like this boss right here is notoriously hard. Everyone knows this boss kicks butt, like really. Like that's what I wanted to do the first time and it didn't come out till after. Like you can hear the sound effect after the fact, but you know, it's all good. So this boss right here, he has two different attack patterns. He has one where he makes the gray ones do like the spinning thing, so if you stand on it, it makes you fall. And that kind of sucks if you're like above his head. Like it'll make you land right on him and then you take a hit. So you have to be careful with that. But then if you're on these yellow ones, they make the spikes go up. So chances are you might just want to hang out on these gray ones most of the time, since they're the more safe ones. Alright, so we're looking pretty good on this boss. This boss is pretty easy for the most part. Honestly, I've gotten so much better at this boss since I was a kid. But like, I think most people are gonna have a heck of a time trying to beat this boss on their first try. Crap. Where are the rings? Alright, so we're back once again. Got a few hits on this guy. I had to do a quick edit. And yeah, we are back. So yeah, let's get this going. This boss right here, man. This boss right here, constantly attacking. You never really get a chance. Like, you have to be aggressive with this boss. Like a lot of other bosses in this game. You really have to be aggressive with this one, though. Like, if you don't, then you're just gonna... If you try and play defensive with this boss, then you're gonna just get your butt handed to you. This is not one of those bosses you want to just, like, wait for an opening on. Like, you just have to go for it, pretty much. Alright, here we go. Bam. And we're done! Alright, not bad. So, like I said, if you can beat this boss, you can probably beat the game. I think this is the hardest boss, and it's not even that hard. So, that is pretty much that. We will be coming back as Sonic, going into Utopia Zone. Look at Knuckles right here, man. He's, like, so cocky. Like, I love him in this game. This dude. This guy, man. So, yeah. That is pretty much it. I kind of want to play as Knuckles some more in this game, but, you know, like I said, we will be coming back as Sonic in Utopia Zone, so I'll see y'all in a second. Alright, so we're back as Sonic once again in Utopia Zone this time. So, listen to this music. Holy crap, this music right here, man. This music is so underrated in my opinion in the series. This music has that, I don't know, this higher level feeling to it. It makes you feel like you're in space. It just fits so well. I don't know how to explain this music. Like, I just get this like this really good vibe from this stage every time I come to it. It just fits so well. Like, just being in space and seeing this being in space listening to this music is just really fitting. And like, I really don't know what I want to say about it. It's kind of like a Crazy Gadget almost kind of stage, like Death Egg and all that. And personally, like, out of all the 2D space stages, I think this one is my favorite in the entire series. I know, but I think this might be my favorite space related stage, and probably one of my favorite in the Advance 2 series. Like, there's no denying. This stage has a lot of references towards, say, like, what is it? Flying Battery Zone from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Sonic and Knuckles, as you see, now it's like a techno squeak, kind of almost. And look at the ceiling right here. The ceiling has like this scrolling effect, kind of like what I like to think of it as is like the water from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. How like if you're under the water, you can see like a cool 3D effect, and then if you're like over the water, you can still see that kind of effect. And like the ceiling has that. It's pretty awesome how that works. So Act 1, you're basically like out like in space more or less, like a lot of the times. And that's why I like this stage. Like, this stage kind of has like that classic feel to it, almost like Egg Rocket and what's the other, Chaos Angel Zone, I think is the name. No, it's not Chaos Angel, it's the oh crap, I can't think of the name. From Sonic Advance, the last zone. It just has like that kind of feel to it. It feels very, very classic. How the first act, even though they kind of share the same backgrounds, they're kind of set in different areas, you know. Like, this stage has a lot of space in it, and then Act 2 has a lot of like you being in the actual. Holy crap, I'm dead. Yeah, I know. I always used to die right here. Okay. Yeah, I'd always die right here. I realized after the fact where I was at. Okay, so we're looking pretty good because I think we're right around the same area. So here we go. We're in this big area right here. This stage is really awesome. It's gonna shoot us down here. Like, this is one big classic reference right here. I love this stage, and for me, this stage is actually really easy to get all 7 rings on. It's not hard at all to get the last Chaos Emerald in this stage. Like, it's one of those stages I think I have an easier time with than a lot of other ones. But I don't know. Like, I really love this stage though. Like, the references, the music, just like I said, it feels like you're on a higher level from Earth. You're just in space. You're here. There's business to attend to. Almost like this stage's music reminds me a lot of from Paper Mario 64. There's this one part where you're like at the fountain, almost like y'all might know what I'm talking about. There's like this one part where you're at the fountain and you're talking to the stars, like you're talking to the I forget their names, like the Star Guardians or something. But like, there's this kind of space feel to it. It's like this other otherworldly music. I don't know how do you describe it, but music like this and that just, they can't stay out of my head when I'm playing these games. But there we go, right there. That is Act 1. On to Act 2. Egg Utopia, Act 2. Now the music here isn't as hard hitting for me, but nonetheless I really like this music. And like I said, a lot of the time in Act 2 the music here is well, the stage is more or less like indoors now. We're like, there's gonna be space sections like we just did, but it's gonna be a lot more of this right here, so it's pretty cool. And that's, I guess you call it a glitch. That's not supposed to happen, but you can easily break the game right there. Alright, so this stage does have gravity sections, which is pretty cool. You know, like I said, Death Egg references. Even this stuff right here is kind of a reference to classic games. Like, I really like this stage. I don't know whether there's a Wasp in space, but I don't know. I don't question the logic of Sonic games. So yeah, like, we have more techno squeaks. We have all kind of good stuff going on here. And like I said, I really like this stage to be that last zone in this game. I feel like this stage does that a lot better than a lot of other games. Like, Sonic always goes to space, and it's not always as good. Like, sometimes it's better than other times. And I feel like this is one of his better times going into space. But personally, still, I think Egg Rocket Zone is my favorite out of the 2D space stages. Just because, like, that second section when you're in Egg Rocket Zone, when you're actually going into space, is actually really hard hitting. Like, that's one of the main things I think of when I play Sonic Advance. Like, all the awesome stuff in that game has. But anyway, gotta be careful because I have speed up right now, and you want to be really careful in Act 2. The music, I mean, the stage itself, like, throws a lot of pits and stuff at you, so you have to be really careful here. Like, obviously, this is the last zone, the last major zone anyway, so you just have to be really careful, because this stage is pretty difficult if you're not careful. So we're gonna just fall down here, and I think we're done with this stage. No, we're not. Okay, it's one of these. We're nearly done with this stage, so get out of here. All right, so we're looking pretty good. Woo! Got that little burst of speed right there. Oh god, are you kidding me? But anyway, like I said, this stage is really underrated in my opinion. Like this game, like I feel like a lot of people don't really give this game enough credit for what it is. You know, it's a Game Boy Advance Sonic game, and it feels better than that. You know, Sonic being on a Game Boy Advance, you would think less of the series Sonic Advance, but they're obviously some of the best games in the series. Sonic Advance being Sonic 4 in my opinion. This game feeling like a Sonic 5 almost, so that's just my opinion. So there we go, we have finished Egg Utopia Zone. I think I've said everything I need to say about it. So here we go, boss attack! Bow, 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 bow. Oh my god, I love this boss. The music here is some of my favorite music in the Sonic series. Oh god, holy crap. This boss is actually kind of difficult, I guess. Your first time playing through the stage, you're probably gonna have a hard time with this boss. But I really love this boss. Like this, technically, like the music is called 7 boss. Like this is the 7th boss in the game, so you know, 7 boss. This is the last major boss, and we're almost done beating this boss. Like this boss is really easy, how fast you can beat it. But I don't want to finish it off too fast because I really want to bring a couple things if you're that I think y'all should really know about this game. Okay, so mainly first thing right here, if you press up, you go up. You press down, you go down. So that makes this boss a lot easier, so you can easily switch which way you want to go. And that, because Eggman's going to be switching between both. And most of the time you want to stay off of the opposite plane as him. Like, you want to make sure you're on the opposite plane. And then, here we go. Oh man. Here we go. Jump! Oh god, what? I screwed that up. Alright, let's try this again. But easiest thing I could tell like a beginner is just to jump and do that. It's so easy. Oh god. Alright, so I think this is the last hit. I'm screwing this up so bad. There we go. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Next time we will be going to the Double X Zone, finishing up this game. We're almost there, so stick with me. Hope you enjoyed this video, and until then, peace out. Ya have a good night.